Welcome back to Living 808. Today we're learning what we need to know to protect ourselves and loved ones from a natural disaster. And Sarah Harris, Hazard Mitigation and Long-Term Disaster Recovery Program Manager, joins us with more on that, as well as a survey that was just done, the Oahu Risk Management Flood Survey. Can you? Yeah, I know I butchered the name a little bit, but tell us what the survey is and what you guys have learned.
Sure. So I realize that both my office and my title are quite the mouthful. So it's the Oahu Flood Risk Survey. So this survey was sent out to about 25,000 different residents and open to the public, and we were really interested in learning about their experience with flooding, their experience with flood insurance, and if they, what happened to them if they did experience a flood. So as part of that, we found out 1 in 3 residents have either direct or secondhand experience with flooding. So that means they've either experienced a flood directly or one of their friends, families, or neighbors has. So that's kind of a lot, 1 in 3 people here on island. We've also learned that it's pretty expensive if you have a flood. On average, costs were around $42,000, but we found for renters it was closer to $75,000. So it's not fun, and it is pretty expensive if you do experience it.
Definitely. And so how did this project come about? Why did you guys choose to do the survey?
It's a great question. So on island, we don't really know as the city, what are people's actual experiences with this? Do they have flood insurance? What sort of coverage do they have, and how are they protected from these risks? So we wanted to hear directly from our residents, and this really helps us know, what are things that we can do to better support our community?
Okay, wonderful. And so I feel like you probably got a lot of that information then. So what did you learn, and how can people, I guess, use the information?
Yeah, so we did learn that people want to know more. A lot of respondents, we had an open-ended question, were like, I have not thought about this. I want to know more about it. Where can I get information? So we have on our website, I think the information will be on the screen, but we have ways to find a flood insurance provider. We also have tips and tricks that you can do around your house to reduce your risk of flooding, because we know flood insurance can be expensive. That was one of the kind of barriers to getting insurance. So put gutters up around your house, clear storm drain areas if you can, and just elevate your belongings.
Okay, all right, those are good tips. Do you have any others for us?
I think really just check with an insurance provider, because insurance really is that first line of defense. So if you're not sure where to find a provider, you can look on our website. We have a lot of resources that are backed through the National Flood Insurance Policy, because I know people have a lot of concerns with insurance now. So those are federally backed. They'll be there when you need them.
Right, and when you talk about, I guess, the things that folks can be doing to reduce their risk of really having bad damage from flooding, will those little things like adding gutters, will that be enough to adapt to the impacts that we're going to be seeing of climate change?
That's a really excellent question, and I think that there's still a lot of uncertainty around what your personal experience may be as our impacts from climate change are changing. Some of these may be totally sufficient. Some of them may not. So that's where having that flood insurance can really be that safety net for you in case these other actions are just not enough and you do experience flooding on your property.
Okay, good to know. And I'm sorry, I'm going to throw some extra questions at you.
Sure.
But for those that may not know, when it comes to climate change, when you talk mitigation, adaptation versus mitigation, can you explain that a little bit for people?
Yeah, so it's kind of, I have a partner who's in our adaptation team, and we always say it's the two sides of the same coin. So we know that the climate is changing, and we know that we have to adapt to that. So there are certain things that we have to do to just recognize and respond. But if we want to mitigate those risks, we really have to also change our behavior. So we have to do things differently. So that can be, if you build a house, you raise it up. If you know that this area is at high risk for flooding, maybe we don't build there. So these are ways we can mitigate that risk rather than just adapting to what's happening around us.
Definitely. All right. And if you want to learn more about what they do over there at the office, and you want to learn more about how you can protect your home, your family, your loved ones, you can, of course, head to the website resilientoahu.org/getfloodready. They have really great tips and insurance providers information as well, because that's something that everyone should really, when you talk about the cost, obviously having insurance can help big time. No one expects that these things are going to happen, right? But that's why you need the insurance in the first place, right? Just in case. And unfortunately, with where we live, with the change in climate, we're likely going to be seeing a lot more of those flooding events. All right, well, thank you for joining us, and thank you so much for all that you do. And of course, we'll have a link to the website on our website at KHON2.com.